Starters on the track for the first race post-parade. Number 1 is Putnam Snowstorm, owned by Emmons McKay. Paul Smith. Emmons does the driving. Number 2 is Arnold the Paperboy, owned by Dr. Jim Shive. Todd Treitz in the driver's seat. The 3 is John Snow. Carl Eisner is the driver for Salzburg Stables and Mike McKenzie. The 4, Lady in Paradise, owned by Dave and Craig Carey. Ron Garland, Dave Carey, is the driver. The 5 is Something Real. Darren Crow is steering for Dave Livingstone and Charles Piper Jr. The 6 is Avajinsky, owned by Bob Skinner, Jeff Skinner, Danny Romo in the sulky. The 7 is She's the Trouble, owned by Brent Boucher. Kirk Paris is the driver, and the 8, Mama Tried, owned by Chris Davis of Upper Kennecook, Nova Scotia. Robert Laffin in the sulky. Field of 8, race number 1 to contest for a purse of $1,125. It's the Eddie Ellis Memorial Race. Exactor Triactor Superfecta wagering with a carryover of $31.60. Race 1 post time in 6 minutes. Just going to quickly go over the program changes for this afternoon's program. Turning to race 4, the 3 Ideal Ticket is out sick. Also in race number 4, the 7 Dinger 2, you can make the driver, Rob Smallwood. Then we turn over to race number 7, race 7 on this afternoon's program. The 5 Global Sealster will be driven by Danny Romo. Danny Romo drives the 5 Global Sealster in the 7th.
The second floor is good. It's only on notch 4.
Current favorite on the tote board for race number 1 is the 5 Something Real. Post time in 3 minutes. Testing 1 2 3. 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 Less than 1 minute of wagering time left here in race number 1. It's post time. Starters assembling on the backstretch. Gate is moving into place. Your last chance to get a ticket here in race number 1. Triactor Exactor Win Play Show along with Superfecta Wagering with a $31.60 carryover. It's post time. Starters behind the gate. It's first race post. Putnam Snowstorm, Emmons McKay. Arnold the Paperboy, Todd Treitz. John Snow, Carl Eisner. Lady in Paradise, Dave Carey. Something Real, Darren Crow. Ava Jeanski, Danny Romo. She's the Trouble, Kirk Paris. Mama Tried, outside 8, Robert Laffin. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Arnold the Paperboy from the middle. That is Something Real as they head into the first turn. It's Arnold the Paperboy on the inside. From the outside, Something Real driving on to take that lead away. Racing in third, that is John Snow from the rail. In fourth, that's Lady in Paradise on the outside. And driving up quickly now is She's the Trouble, parked out and looking for a spot on the outside. As they head to the opening quarter, on the front is Something Real. To her outside is She's the Trouble at the rail, racing in third. Arnold the Paperboy getting a perfect pocket trip here. Fourth on the outside comes Ava Jeanski. Quarters up in a snappy 29 3/5. And we got a battle on the front end, on the inside. Something Real and Crow to the outside. She's the Trouble and Kirk Paris. Third along the rail, that is Arnold the Paperboy. Second over in fourth and coming Ava Jeanski. Following her cover out, that's Mama Tried. To the inside is John Snow. Outside and trailing is Lady in Paradise. 4 in, 3 in, 4 out as they go by the half in 101 and a 1/5. It is Something Real. Outside taking the long route today is She's the Trouble. as they hit into the lower turn for the second and final time. Down the backstretch they go. It is Something Real. Outside, calling it a day as She's the Trouble. 3 wide, there goes Ava Jeanski as they pace on down the backstretch to 3/4 by that marker now. It's Something Real and Darren Crow trying to go all the way. Outside and racing in second is Ava Jeanski. To the rail in third, Arnold the Paperboy by 3/4 in 1:32 and 2. Little more than an eighth of a mile left to roll here, and it is Something Real. Outside is Ava Jeanski. To the inside is Arnold the Paperboy. He'll try the passing lane. Down the stretch they come. It's Something Real on the front end, and he's going to go all the way for Darren Crow. Something Real, a 2-year-old West Wardhoe filly, goes all the way. In for second, that's Arnold the Paperboy. Ava Jeanski was third. Time for the mile, 2:02 and 4/5, closing in 30 and 2. Inquiry sign posted on the tote board. Judges will post the inquiry sign, taking a look at action to the 3/4 pole on the 3, John Snow. Judges will review. Inquiry sign posted. But your winner, Something Real, and she'll be back in the winner circle next. Rating back to the winner circle, unofficial winner of race number 1 here in the Eddie Ellis Memorial Race. That's the 5 Something Real, a brown filly 2 by West Wardhoe Hanover. Out of I'm a Realist, she is by Arts Place, owned by David Livingstone of Halifax, Charles Piper Jr. of Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia. Darren Crow trains and drives the 2-year-old filly to victory here in a mile of 2:02 and 4/5 here in the Eddie Ellis Memorial Race. Eddie Ellis, on October 26, 2016, harness racing lost lifelong participant Eddie Ellis. Eddie was a regular fixture on the Truro Raceway backstretch in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, running his family stable in The Village and the local tack store in Bible Hill and at Sackville Downs. Eddie owns several horses, including his personal favorite, Truro Raceway's own Nay Monster. Eddie's love of harness racing continues through his family, having many of his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren actively involved in Nova Scotia, PEI, and Ontario. Today, we are joined by Eddie's family and friends as we remember Eddie Ellis. And the winner of the Eddie Ellis Memorial is the 5 Something Real, and Darren Crow. Congratulations. As a result of the inquiry, no placings here in the first, no placings. Race 1 is now official. Race 1 official. Putnam Snowstorm was 8th. Arnold the Paperboy 2nd. John Snow was 4th. Lady in Paradise 5th. Something Real, your race winner. Ava Jeanski 3rd. She's the Trouble 6th in a dead heat. Mama Tried 6th in a dead heat. Quarter was in 29 and 3, half in 101. 3/4 132 and 2, mile 202 and 4 for your winner, Something Real, and driver Darren Crow. Superfecta carryover is now $37.80 and will carry on to next week. Up next is race number 2, the start of the Daily Double along with Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, win place, show wagering, full field of 8 with no changes, post time in 8 minutes. On the track now are the starters for race number 2. The 1, Electric Sill, owned by Andrea Renison, along with Ryder Renison. Paul Langell is the driver. The 2, Silver Hill King, owned by Don Ellis, Abbott of Lower Onslow, Nova Scotia. Darren Crow drives. The 3 is All Country, owned by Michelle Patriquin. Ernie Laffin is aboard. The 4, Shadow Phil, owned by Devin O'Connor, Charles O'Connor. Dave Carey drives. The 5, Don't Stand in My Way, Kenny Parker Jr., owns, trains, and drives. The 6 is Mock Believe. Danny Romo is aboard for Christina Gillis along with Cody Saftik. The 7, Charlotte's Western. Robbie Smallwood drives for Henry Smallwood along with Cyril Harvey of Elmsdale, Nova Scotia. And the 8 is I-47. James Burton owns of Truro, Nova Scotia. Todd Treitz in the driver's seat. Race number 2, first half of the Daily Double. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta wagering along with win, place, and show. Post time in 6 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes of wagering time left here in the second race. 2 minutes. It's post time. Starters assembling on the backstretch and moving in. The start of your daily double. Triactor, Exactor wagering along with Superfecta. Win, place, and show. They're assembling on the backstretch. Your last chance to get a ticket here for race number 2. It's post time. Starters all in behind the gate. Here's how they score. Electric Sill, Paul Langell. Silver Hill King, Darren Crow. All Country, Ernie Laughlin. Shadow Phil, Dave Carey. Don't Stand in My Way, Kenny Parker Jr. Mock Believe, Danny Romo. Charlotte's Western, Robbie Smallwood. Outside 8, I-47. And Todd Trites. Field of 8, race 2. Here they come. They're rough and pacing from the middle. That's Shadow Phil firing out at the rail. That's Electric Sill as they race into the first turn. From the outside is Shadow Phil at the rail. Electric Sill will now decide to sit in the pocket and race in second. From the outside in third, that's Charlotte's Western at the rail racing in fourth. That's Silver Hill King as they straighten out into the backstretch. Fifth, finding a spot, that is I-47. We got early action on the front end from the 2-hole. There goes Electric Sill in line to Paul Langell. They'll now clear the front just past the opening quarter. Racing in second is Shadow Phil. Outside in third, that is Charlotte's Western. Going the long mile today to the rail in fourth, that is Silver Hill King. Quarters up in 28 seconds flat. A big time opener here in the second. On the front, it is Electric Sill. Wasn't happy with the pocket trip. Now clear by a length and a quarter. In line to Paul Langell. Racing in second, Shadow Phil. Outside, long mile to Charlotte's Western. Inside to Silver Hill King. I-47. Then Mock Believe is Second over, racing in 6th, inside 7th. Don't stand in my way, trailing the field. All Country halfway home, not much of a breather. 58 and 2/5. To the back stretch they go. Second and final time. It is Electric Sill and Paul Angel racing in second. Shadow Phil from third to the outside. There goes Silver Hill King. 3/4 pole land. They're there. It is Electric Sill clear by a length and a quarter. Racing in second. That is Shadow Phil. Silver Hill King driving up 3 on the outside. 3/4, 128 and 3. It's Electric Sill by the 7/8 trying to go all the way. Electric Sill and Langell, they're clear by a length and 3/4, and down the stretch they come. Electric Sill inside, Shadow Phil, Silver Hill King in the middle as they come down the lane right to the wire. Electric Sill and Paul Langell, they will win race number 2. Don't stand in my way was second. I-47 might have been third. Electric Sill, time for the mile 2:01 and 2/5. They take the first half of the double. Electric Sill and Paul Angel. Parading back to the winner's circle. Unofficial winner, race number 2. That's the one, Electric Sill. A brown gelding 10 by Electric Stena out of Sylvie Vey. She is by Survivor Gold, owned by Andrea Renison, along with Ryder Renison of Truro, Nova Scotia. George Renison does the training. Paul Angel is the driver, making basically every post a winning one here in race number 2. Time for the mile 2:01 and 2/5 off the through the off-going Electric Sill and Paul Angel. They'll take the first half of the daily double in 2:01 and 2. Race number 2 is now official. Race 2 official. Electric Sill, your race winner. Silver Hill King was 4th. All Country was 6th. Shadow Phil, 5th. Don't Stand in My Way was 2nd. Mock Believe, 8th. Charlotte's Western, 7th. I-47 was 3rd. Quarter was in 28. Half in 58 and 2. 3/4 1, 28 and 3. Mile 201 and 2. For your winner, Electric Sill, win number 6 on the season. Paul Langell was the driver, and they took race number 2 in a mile of 201 and 2. Up next is race number 3 with Exactor, Triactor, Superfecto, win place, show wagering purse, $1,150, full field of 8 with no changes. That's up next in 9 minutes. On the track are the starters for race number 3. Leading off post parade, that's the one NS Acadian owned and driven by Robbie Smallwood. The 2 is Center Stage G, owned by Don Ellis Abbott. Along with Donnie Ellis, Todd Treitz is the driver. The 3 Super Shadow, owned by Ozzie McKay, Emmons McKay. Emmons does the driving. The 4 Western Scott, owned by Logan Laffin. Along with Arlene Gillis, Paul Langell, looking for the driving double. The 5 Four Stars Hold'em, owned by Sarah Bruce of Truro, Nova Scotia. Dave Carey will drive this afternoon. The 6 is Walbert. Kirk Parrish drives for CC Stables of Middle Sackville. The 7 Kendall Courageous, owned and driven by Clayton Stevens. And the 8 Pictonians Derby, owned by Paisley McCollum of Brookfield, Nova Scotia. Danny Romo in the sulky. Full field of 8, race 3. Post time in 6 minutes. Down to 4 minutes. 4 minutes of wagering time here in the third. 4 minutes. It's post time here for race number 3. Your last chance to get a ticket here for the third Exactor Triactor Superfecta Win Place Show Wagering. Also the second half of the Daily Double. It's post time. Gate is moving into place. Starters assembling. They'll be going to the gate momentarily. Starters all in behind the gate. Gate is rolling. NS Acadian, Robbie Smallwood. Center, Stage G, Todd Treitz. Super Shadow, Emmons McKay. Western Scott, Paul Angel. 4 Stars Hold'em, Dave Carey. Walbert, Kirk Paris. Kendall Courageous, Clayton Stevens. Pictonians Derby, Danny Romo. Field of 8, Race 3. Here they come. They are off and pacing from the middle. Center, Stage G at the rail. NS Acadian as they race into the turn. Super Shadow gets away, racing in third. Head into that turn. NS Acadian protects the rail to his outside. That is Center, Stage G on the outside and driving up 3 on the outside. That is Kendall Courageous. As they go down the backstretch, 4-time number 1, freewheeling on the front end. NS Acadian has put away all comers so far as they go by the opening quarter. It's NS Acadian outside getting the parking ticket. That is Kendall Courageous at the rail. Now second is Center, Stage G. 4th at the rail, that is Super Shadow. From 5th, that's Walbert. And then we go back to Western Scott. 4 Stars Hold'em, Pictonians Derby. Can see them all. 29 and a 1/5 was the opening quarter. It's NS Acadian trying to take Smallwood all the way in the 2-hole. Racing in second, Center, Stage G getting a perfect pocket trip. Third on the outside, it is Kendall Courageous. Second over 4th, that's Super Shadow. That leaves Walbert on the inside in 5th. Halfway home in a minute and 3/5. It's NS Acadian. Center, Stage G in the 2-hole getting a perfect Treitz pocket trip here. Up the rail 3rd, that is Walbert. Down the backstretch they go. 4-time number 2. It is NS Acadian out from 2nd. Center, Stage G. Walbert up the rail now, racing in 3rd. Super Shadow 4th on the outside. Calling it an afternoon is Kendall Courageous in 5th. 3/4 pole bound by that marker in 1. 31 and 2. NS Acadian trying to take Robbie Smallwood all the way here in the 3rd. On the outside, racing in 2nd, that is Center, Stage G. Walbert will await the passing lane, racing in 3rd. Off the top of the turn they come. Here they come for home. It's NS Acadian. Center, Stage G just won't go away on the outside. Center, Stage G, and Todd Treitz looks to get up and nip it. It was close. We may need a photo to separate them. In for second, NS Acadian, who fought the good fight. 3rd was Walbert. Time for the mile, 2:02 and 1/5. We may need a picture to separate them in the 3rd. Photo sign posted on the board here in race number 3. Very tight on the win between the 2, Center, Stage G, and the 1, NS Acadian. Photo sign lit. In the photo was the 2, Center Stage G. He'll be back in the winner's circle shortly. Parading back to the winner's circle, unofficial winner, race number 3. That's the 2, Center Stage G, a black gelding 4 by Barber Pole out of Theatrical Hanover. She is by Big Towner, owned by Don Ellis Abbott of Lower Onslow. Also Donnie Ellis of Truro, Nova Scotia. Donnie does the training. That's Todd Treitz in the driver's seat. Win number 2 on the season for Center Stage G in a perfect Treitz drive. Time for the mile, 2:02. And a 1/5. Center Stage G, Team Ellis take race number 3. Time for the mile, 2:02 and a 1/5. Race number 3 is official. Race 3 official. NS Acadian was second. Center Stage G, your race winner. Super Shadow 4th. Western Scott 6th. 4 Stars Hold'em was 7th. Walbert 3rd. Kendall Courageous 8th. Pictonians Derby was 5th. Quarter was in 29 and 1. Half in a minute, 3/5. 1:31 and 2 was 3/4. Time for the mile, 2:02 and a 1/5. Superfecta carryover is now at $95.60. From the top down, your card should read 214-673-85 on the bottom, 2:02 and 1/5 for the 2, Center Stage G and driver Todd Treitz. Up next is race number 4, Field of 6. Scratch down now to a field of 6 with a scratch of 3. Ideal Ticket, he scratched 6. And on the 7, Dinger 2, you can make the driver, Robbie Smallwood. Field of 6, race 4, post time in 8 minutes. Stars on the track for race number 4. Race number 4 starters on the track for Post Parade. The 1 is Always Reese. Robert Laffin drives for Andrea and Ryder Renison. 2 is Excused. 3 is Scratched. 4 PH Powerful. Paul Langell will drive for Huey McKay. The 5 Grins Little Flirt, owned and driven by Clayton Stevens. The 6 is Jerry's Beach, owned by Kerry Saunders of Truro, Nova Scotia. Ernie Laffin will drive. And the 7, but will leave 6 with the scratch, is Dinger 2, owned by Sherry McKinnon of Truro, Nova Scotia. Make the driver, Robbie Smallwood. Field of 6 with a scratch of the 3, Ideal Ticket. Exactor, Triactor, Win Place, Show Wagering. $4,500 claimers here in the 4th. Post time in 4 minutes. There's a look at the 2 Beach Fighter A, owned by Debbie Ellis of Truro, Nova Scotia. Donnie Ellis trains Todd Treitz. Will look to double up. He's aboard the 2 Beach Fighter A, now on Post Parade. Field of 6, race 4, post time in 4. Less than 2 minutes of wagering time left here in the 4th. Don't get shut out. Get your tickets now. Less than 2 minutes until post time. It's post time here for the fourth. Before we go postward for the fourth, we'd like to send along a special welcome to Truro Raceway, Dwayne Laviolette and Fabian O'Neill, who will be on hand to present the Kinsman Cooler in race number 7. Welcome to Truro Raceway, gentlemen. Enjoy race number 4 and the remainder of our races here this afternoon as the fourth gets ready to go postward. Current favorite on the board's the one, Always Reese and Robert Laffin. It's post time. Starting gates rolling. Always Reese, Robert Laffin. Beach Fighter A, Todd Trites. PH Powerful, Paul Angel. Grins Little Flirt, Clayton Stevens. Jerry's Beach, Ernie Laffin. Dinger 2, Robbie Smallwood. Field of 6, Scratch Down. Here in race number 4, here they come. They're off and pacing at the rail. Always Reese will fire out from the 2-hole. That's Beach Fighter A. Hill elect to sit in the pocket in second, racing in third as they go into the turn. That is Grins Little Flirt from 4th. That's PH Powerful. Jerry's Beach will watch action from 5th, and trailing the field is Dinger 2. On down the backstretch they go en route to the opening quarter. They're being led there by the 1, Always Reese. Racing in second is Beach Fighter A from 3rd. That is Grins Little Flirt from 4th. A little bit gapped out is PH Powerful from 5th. Jerry's Beach trailing the field. Dinger 2, and he's on the move. 28 and 2/5 was the opening quarter. And on the front, it is Always Reese, cleared by a length and a half. Racing in second, Beach Fighter A getting the perfect pocket trip. Racing in third, that is Grins Little Flirt from 4th, is PH Powerful. Inside 5th, Jerry's Beach trailing the field. Dinger 2. Not much action so far, halfway home here in the 4th, and it's still Always Reese in 58 and 2/5. That could be why. 30 seconds there for Always Reese. Racing in second, another perfect Trites pocket trip goes to Beach Fighter A here in the 4th. Down the backstretch they go. Time number 2. It's Always Reese. Racing in second, Beach Fighter A. Trites is going to try it again. Out of the 2-hole he comes, and he's now matching strides with that leader. Racing in third is Grins Little Flirt. 3/4 pole land. They were there in 1:28 and 4/5. It's Always Reese fighting off Beach Fighter A, clear by a half a length. Third, awaiting the passing lane is Grins Little Flirt. Jerry's Beach will tip from 4th. Down the stretch they come. Here they come, pacing for home. It's Always Reese trying to take Laffin all the way up the inside. Grins Little Flirt. They're not going to catch Always Reese today in the 4th. In for second, Grins Little Flirt. I'll call Beach Fighter A for 3rd. Jerry's Beach 4th. Time for the mile here. Race number 4 for Always Reese. Gate to wire effort. 2 minutes. 2/5, fastest of the afternoon so far. Parading back to the winner's circle, unofficial winner, race number 4. That's the one, Always Reese. A brown mare 6 by Always a Virgin. Out of Devon on the Beach, she is by Jenna's Beach Boy, owned by Andrea and Ryder Renison of Truro, Nova Scotia. George Renison with his second training win on the afternoon, winning earlier with Electric Sill. This time, Robert Laughlin's in the driver's seat for Always Reese. Win number 8 on the season. Great mile on the mare this afternoon through the off-going. 2 minutes and 2 fifths. That's Always Reese. Robert Laughlin. They'll take race number 4, double for Team Renison. Race number 4 official. Race 4 is official. Always Reese, your race winner. Beach Fighter A was 3rd. Ideal Ticket scratched. PH Powerful was 5th. Grin's Little Flirt 2nd. Jerry's Beach was 4th. Dinger 2, 6. Quarters in 28 and 2. Half in 58 and 2. 3/4 1, 28 and 4. Mile 2 minutes, 2 fifths for your winner, Always Reese. And Robert Laughlin in race 4, 2 minutes and 2 fifths. Exactor payout here in race number 4 will pay out 1 all. Exactor here in race 4 will pay out on a combination of 1 all. From the top down, your card should read here in race number 4, 1 3, scratch 5, 2 4, 6 on the bottom, 2 minutes, 2 fifths. Up next is race number 5, Exactor Triactor Superfecta Wagering, along with Win, Place, and Show. Full field of 8, no changes. That's up next in 8 minutes. Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to get your Chase the Ace tickets. $5 for 1, $20 for 5. To support the Truro Harness Horsemen's Association, Chase the Ace. Selling tickets throughout the afternoon here at Truro Raceway. $5 for 1, $20 for 5. Don't be left out. Get your tickets for Chase the Ace. On the track are the starters for race number 5. The one, Distinctive Rusty, owned by Andrea Ryder Renison. Robert Laffin will drive. The 2, Putnam's New Year, owned by Leslie and Linda Parker of Shubenacadie, Nova Scotia. Kenny Parker Jr. aboard. The 3 is Desert d'Orleans, the free-legged mare, owned by Don Ellis Abbott. Darren Crow will drive. The 4, No You Didn't, Blue Chip, Paul Langell aboard for Dr. Jim Shive. Less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute of wagering time left here in race number 5. Less than 1. It's post time for race number 5. Full field of 8 here in the 5th. With no changes. Starting gate is moving in 2 positions. Starters will assemble and move in. It's post time for the 5th. Get your tickets now. Race number 5. Starters all lined up in behind the gate. Your last chance in. Here at a ticket for race number 5. Here's how they score. Distinctive Rusty, Robert Laffin. Putnam's New Year, Kenny Parker Jr. Free Leggett, Desert d'Orleans, Darren Crow. No, You Didn't, Blue Chip, Paul Angel. Brookdale Jim, Doug Pauley. Jamantha, Clayton Stevens. Jasmo, Ernie Laffin. Raw Don Gold Digger 8, Todd Trites. Full field of 8 with no changes. Here they come. They're off and pacing at the rail. That's Distinctive Rusty in the middle. Putnam's New Year from the outside. Jasmo, the old boy, fires out from the outside as they head into the turn. It is Distinctive Rusty to his outside. He's got early action in the form of Jasmo, who will now go up to assume command. It's Jasmo in line to Ernie Laffin as they straighten out into the backstretch and go down for time number 1. Give and go times on here in the 5th from the tool. Distinctive Rusty will now assume command. That leaves Jasmo with a beautiful pocket trip in 2nd. Racing in 3rd, that's Putnam's New Year from 4th. No, You Didn't, Blue Chip, and it looks like he's on the move out and coming. From the rail, racing in 5th, that's the Free Leggett Desert d'Orleans as they go by the opening quarter in 28 and 4/5. Down the stretch they come for time number 1. Distinctive Rusty and Laffin. 2-hole is Laffin and Jasmo outside racing in 3rd. That's No, You Didn't, Blue Chip. Gonna do it the hard way. 2nd over is Desert d'Orleans from the rail in 5th. That's Putnam's New Year. 3rd over now in 5th. That's Brookdale Jim. Then we go back to Jamantha, and trailing the field is Raw Don Gold Digger halfway home in 59 and 3/5. To the backstretch they go. Time number 2. It is Distinctive Rusty trying to take Laffin all the way. They're going to 3/4 next. Action from the backfield. There goes Desert d'Orleans. She's waited long enough. She's pacing up a storm. Now 2 on the outside at the rail and racing in 3rd. That's Jasmo. He's getting a beauty of a trip. 1:29 and 4. They have a little more than an 1/8 of a mile to go. It's Distinctive Rusty by About a half a length. In the middle is Desert d'Orleans tipping out 3 wide. Here comes Brookdale Jim. Down the lane they come. Distinctive Rusty on the outside. Brookdale Jim picking them up in the middle. Desert d'Orleans. Distinctive Rusty. Get the camera out. Will win it. Distinctive Rusty and Brookdale Jim. It was tight. Time for the mile 2:01 flat. We may need a photo to separate them here in the 5th. Distinctive Rusty, Brookdale Jim. What a finish in the 5th. Time for the mile 2:01. In the photo parade, the 1, Distinctive Rusty. He's the unofficial winner in the photo here. Race number 5, Distinctive Rusty. He'll be back in the winner's circle next. Rating back to the winner's circle. Unofficial winner, race number 5. That's the 1, Distinctive Rusty. A brown horse 7 by Ram Baron, owned out of Winnie's Luck. She is by Cam Luck, owned by the dynamic duo of the afternoon, Andrea and Ryder Renison. George Renison picks up his training triple on the afternoon for Robert Laffin. That's driving double on the afternoon. And this duo scores in race number 5. Time for the mile 2:01 flat. Rusty and Robert, they take the 5th in 2:01. Race number 5 is official. Race 5 official. Distinctive Rusty, your race winner. Putnam's New Year, 5th. Desert d'Orleans was 3rd. No, You Didn't Blue Chip, 6th. Brookdale Jim was 2nd. Jamantha, 8th. Jasmo was 4th. Raw Don Gold Digger was 7th. Quarter was in 28 and 4. Half in 59 and 3. 3/4, 1:29 and 4. Time for the mile for Distinctive Rusty in 2:01 flat. Training triple on the afternoon for George Renison. That's a driving double for Robert Laffin. 3 to go here at Truro Raceway for the afternoon. Race 5 from the top down. 153, 628, 4, 7 on the bottom. Distinctive Rusty and Laffin take race number 5. Up next, race number 6. Full field of 8 with no changes. Exactor, Triactor, Super. Win, play, show, wagering. Full field of 8 with no changes. Post time in 8 minutes. On the track now are starters for race number 6, full field of 8 with no changes. Let's meet the field. 1 is Salisbrook Quick, owned by Cindy and Joey Green of Truro, Nova Scotia, Robert Laffin. The 2 is Brookdale Buster, owned by Douglas R. Poley, Douglas E. Poley, Doug Poley, between the wheels. The 3 is Catch 22. Todd Treitz will drive for Bill Shear, Robert Seitman, and Charlie Piper Jr. The 4 Arizona Bucks, Paul Angel, will drive for Phil Pinckney of Lower Onslow, Nova Scotia. The 5 SF Razzmatazz, owned by Mark Whidden, Barry Whidden, Mark will drive. The 6 is Eastern Exposure, Danny Romo aboard for Jeff Skinner. The 7 Montreal Phil, owned by Don Ellis Abbott of Lower Onslow, Jeff Ellis of Bible Hill, Nova Scotia, Darren Crow will drive. And the 8 is Badlandia, owned by Paula White of Kennecook, Nova Scotia. Kenny Parker Jr. is in the sulky. Full field of 8 here with no changes. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, Win Play Show wagering all available here in race number 6. Post time in 5 minutes. It's post time here for race number 6. Full field of 8 with no changes will contest for a purse of $1,300 here in the 6th. It's post time, your last chance in to get a ticket here in the 6th. Starting gates are rolling. It's post time here for race number 6. Full field of 8. Let's meet them. Salisbury Quick, Robert Laffin. Brookdale Buster, Doug Pauly. Catch 22, Todd Trites. Arizona Bucks, Paul Angel. SF, Razzmatazz, Mark Whidden. Eastern Exposure, Danny Romo. Montreal, Phil, Darren Crow. Badlandia, outside 8, Kenny Parker Jr. Full field of 8. Here they come. Little miscue by Eastern Exposure. They're off and pacing as they leave out from the rail. That's Salisbury Quick from the outside. Montreal Phil will fire into that turn. As they head into the turn from the outside is Montreal Phil at the rail. Salisbury Quick. These two will duel as they head by the opening 8th, and from the outside, Montreal Phil, like he has done so many times in his career, now clears the lead. In line to Darren Crow. Racing in 2nd. That's Salisbury Quick. From 3rd, that's Brookdale Buster. Then we go back 4th to catch 22. Back in 5th, capped out is Arizona Bucks. Then we go to Eastern Exposure. SF Razzmatazz trailing the field. Badlandia. They were by the opening quarter here for Montreal Phil. He leads them through that top turn in 28 and a 2/5. It is Montreal Phil showing the way, trying to catch a little breather. In 2nd, that's Salisbury Quick. Brookdale Buster is racing in 3rd. From 4th is Catch 22. Outside and on the move now. Here comes Eastern Exposure. That leaves on the rail. Arizona Bucks is 6th. 3rd over, now 7th, is Badlandia. SF Razzmatazz trails the field. Montreal Phil halfway home in a minute and 2/5. That could be that breather that he was looking for. It's Montreal Phil at the rail. Racing in 2nd is Salisbury Quick to the outside. Here comes on the outside is Catch 22. Down the backstretch they go. Next stop, 3/4. It's Montreal Phil. On the outside is Catch 22. These two hook up as they were by the 3/4 at the rail. Salisbury Quick is racing in 3rd. Montreal Phil trying to fend off Catch 22. 1:30 and 2 was the 3/4. These two, it's a sprint for home. On the inside, it is Montreal Phil. On the outside is Catch 22 at the rail. Salisbury Quick. Eastern Exposure is there. Down the stretch they come. Montreal Phil trying to hold off Catch 22, but Catch 22 on the outside will get up for Todd Trites and make it a Trites double. In for 2nd was the very game Montreal Phil. 3rd, it looked like Eastern Exposure. Time for the mile, 2 minutes flat for your winner, Catch 22 and Todd Trites. Parading back to the winner's circle. Unofficial winner, race number 6. That's the 3, Catch 22. It was a Crow Exactor here in the 6. Catch 22 is a Bay Gelding 5 by Roll with Joe out of Make Me Blush. She is by Western Ideal. Owned by Bill Shear, Robert Seitman, Charles Piper, all of Nova Scotia. Trained by Darren Crow. Driven to victory, Todd Treitz this afternoon. He picks up his driving double for Catch 22. That's win 3 on the season. Time for the mile. Beautiful trip over the off-going. 2 minutes flat. Congratulations. Todd Treitz, Darren Crow, Bill Shear, Bob Seitman, Charlie Piper. Catch 22. 2 minutes flat. Race number 6 now official. Race number 6 is official. Salisbrook Quick was 4th. Brookdale Buster 6. Catch 22, your race winner. Arizona Bucks 7th. SF Razzmatazz 8th. Eastern Exposure 3rd. Montreal Phil was 2nd. Badlandia was 5th. Quarter was in 28 and 2. Half in 1 minute, 2 fifths. 3/4 1:30 and 2. Time for the mile, 2 minutes flat. For Catch 22, win 3 of the season. Todd Treitz double, Darren Crow Exactor. Time for the mile, 2 minutes flat. From the top down, your card should read 461, 783, 2, 5 on the bottom in 2 minutes flat. Up next is race number 7. One change to pass your way. Number 5, Global Sealster, will now be driven by Danny Romo. Full field of 8, that's the only change. They're up next. Post time in 8 minutes. Starters for the 7th, the feature race of the afternoon, are on the track. Field of 8. Purse $1,675. The 1 is Rambling Lily, owned by Al Jones, Norm Legier. That's Todd Trites. The 2 is Rusty Riley, owned by Chantel Gillis of Truro, Dana Ghetto of New Waterford, Nova Scotia. Paul Langell will drive. The 3 is Stature Sealster, owned by CC Stables of Middle Sackville, Nova Scotia, Kirk Paris aboard. The 4 is Giant Slayer, owned by Ian McDonald. Robert Laffin will drive. The 5 is Global Sealster. Note the driver change. Danny Romo will drive for Andrea and Ryder Renison. The 6 is Bedham Vicky, owned by Jeff Lilly, Danny Purcell, Blair McLaughlin, Don Moore. Kenny Parker Jr. will drive. The 7 is Perceptor. Ernie Laffin will drive for Roseanne Langell. And the 8 is Good Friday 3, owned by Don Ellis Abbott of Lower Onslow, Nova Scotia. Darren Crow is in the sulky. Full field of 8, 1 change. Danny Romo drives the 5. The feature of the afternoon, race number 7, cooler sponsored by Sackville Kinsman. On hand to present this cooler will be Dwayne Laviolette, Fabian O'Neill in the winner's circle in the upcoming 7th. Less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute of wagering time here in the 7th. First half of the late daily double exactor, triactor, superfecta win play show wagering. All available here in race number 7. It's your last chance to get in. 1 minute until post time. It's post time. Gate is moving into position here for race number 7, the feature of the afternoon purse, $16.75, full field of 8. Current favorite on the board's the 1, Rambling Lily, at $3.50. Gate is moving into position. Starters assembling. They'll be going postward in less than a minute. Gates in motion, horses moving in, the Sackville Kinsman pace. Cooler presentation to the winner. Rambling Lily 1, Todd Trites. Rusty Riley 2, Paul Langell. Stature Sealster, Kirk Paris. Giant Slayer, Robert Laffin. Global Sealster, Danny Romo. Benham Vicky, Kenny Parker Jr. Perceptor, Ernie Laffin. Good Friday 3, outside 8, Darren Crow. Full field of 8, top class time. Here they come. They were off and pacing, little confusion, getting away as Stature Sealster went on the run into Giant Slayer as they race into the turn. That'll leave Rambling Lily freewheeling into the turn. Racing in second, that is Rusty Riley. Outside and getting away, racing in third, that was Good Friday 3. Fourth, that is Global Sealster. Then we go back to Giant Slayer, Bedham, Vicky, Preceptor, trailing the field after the early miscue. Stature Sealster, single file down the backstretch, clear by 2. Rambling Lily in line to Todd Trites. Inquiry sign posted here in the 7th. They were by the opening quarter. Rambling Lily freewheeling on the front end, 29 and a 2 fists. Racing in second, that is Rusty Riley. From third, from way out there, was Good Friday 3. At the rail, racing in fourth is Global Sealster. Here comes Giant Slayer. First over, Sacrifice to the outside. Following his cover is Preceptor. Then we go back to Bedham Vicky. Catching the field rather, is Stature Sealster. Halfway home for Rambling Lily, getting everything her way here this afternoon. In second is Rusty Riley, halfway home in 101 flat. It is Rambling Lily. We'll take them to 5/8 next. She's on the front. On the outside and racing and driving up in second. That is Giant Slayer. Rail third to Rusty Riley. Second over fourth to Preceptor. Inside fifth to Good Friday 3. There goes Stature Sealster. He's covered a lot of ground this afternoon. He's sixth. Seventh at the rail is Global Sealster. Trailing the field is Bedham Vicky. They're in 3/4 pole land now. And it's still Rambling Lily playing Catch Me If You Can. 1:30 Rusty Riley, the only one in striking distance, will give her a go as they swing off the 7/8 and they'll pace for home in the feature. It's Rambling Lily and Trites trying to go all the way. It's Rambling Lily. Rusty Riley takes the inside route down the lane. They're not going to beat the Queen this afternoon. Rambling Lily and Todd Trites triples up. Second, Rusty Riley in for third. Good Friday 3 over Preceptor. Time for the mile 1:59 and 1. Inquiry sign posted on the board here in race number 7. Inquiry sign up on the board. Judges will review the start of race number 7. Judges looking at the start. We'll have results momentarily, but that does not affect your winner, Rambling Lily. She'll be back in the winner's circle next. Judges reviewed the start here in race number 7. The 3 Stature Sealster did go on a break after the start, interfering with the 4, 5, 6, and 7. Where Stature Sealster finished behind the 4, 5, 6, 7, there will be no placings. Rambling Lily will make her way back to the winner's circle here next. Rating back to the winner's circle. Unofficial winner, race number 7, the feature race of the afternoon. The Sackville Kinsman pace here in the 7th. That's the one, Rambling Lily. A Baymare 8 by Articulator. Oh, out of Crafty Jewel. She is by Drop Off. Owned by Al Jones. Norm Legier. Trained by Alan Jones. Todd Trites picks up his driving triple on the afternoon. And for Rambling Lily, this is win 63 on her career, pushing her earnings closer and closer to 190,000 lifetime for Lily. This is win 7 of the season. Time for the mile today. Over the off going 1:59 and 1. Trites triples up with Queen. Rambling Lily in the 7th, the feature. 1:59 and 1. On hand in the winner's circle to present the cooler is Dwayne Laviolette and Fabian O'Neill. Here this afternoon, welcome to Truro Raceway. We hope you guys enjoyed your day. Congratulations to Rambling Lily. Trites triples up. 1:59 and 1. Race number 7 is official. Race 7 is official. Rambling Lily, your race winner. Rusty Riley was 2nd. Stature Sealster 8. Giant Slayer 7th. Global Sealster was 6th. Bedham Vicky 5th. Perceptor 4th. Good Friday 3 was 3rd. Quarter was in 29 and 2. Half in 101. 3/4 130 and 3. Mile 159 and 1 for Rambling Lily. Win number 7 on the season, 159 and 1. From the top down, your card should read for the feature of the afternoon 128, 765, 43 on the bottom. Time 159 and 1. Chase the Ace ticket was drawn, folks. The winning number for the Chase the Ace ticket was 00027. Winner was Jenny McGean. Jenny, if you could please report to the race office. Greatly appreciate it. You're the winner of the Chase the Ace for this afternoon at Truro Raceway. Up next is the 8th and final dash of the afternoon. Full field of 8. No changes. Purse $1,200. Exactor, Triactor, Superfecta, Win Play Show Wagering. Along with the second half of the Daily Double. Let's meet them for the 8th and final. 1 pick and scoop. Paul Angel will drive for Don Anderson. The 2 is Charlie Drummond, owned by Lee Raymond. Darren Crow aboard. The 3 is Chief Executive Officer, owned by Emmons McKay. Paul Smith. Emmons will drive. The 4 Elm Grove Matty, Robert Laffin, will drive for Steve Morton. The 5 is Glenview Natalie. Adam Matthew Johnson of Upper Brookside, Nova Scotia owns Todd Trites drives. The 6 is Glenview Paisley. Dave Carey aboard for Ron Harris. The 7 is Go With It, owned and trained by Gordy McCabe of Truro, Nova Scotia. Ernie Laffin will drive. And the 8, that's Mortal Kombat, owned by Calvin Eisner of Truro, Nova Scotia. Driven this afternoon by Danny Romo. 8th and final, full field of 8 with no changes. Second half of the Daily Double. Superfecta, Exactor, Triactor, Win Play Show Wagering, purse $1,200. Post time in 5 minutes. Less than a minute of wagering time left here in the 8th. Don't get shut out. Wager now. It's the finale here at Truro Raceway. Starters will be moving in shortly. Finale time at Truro Raceway. Here's how they score. Pick and Scoop, Paul Langell. Charlie Drummond, Darren Crow. Chief Exec Officer, Emmons McKay. Elm Grove Maddie, Robert Laffin. Glenview Natalie, Todd Treitz. Glenview Paisley, Dave Carey. Go With It, Ernie Laffin. Outside 8, Mortal Kombat, and Danny Romo. Full field of 8, finale, here they come. Fear off and pacing Charlie Drummond from the 2-hole will take that lead. Racing in second is Elm Grove Maddie. Outside in third is Glenview Natalie. Chief Exec Officer is racing now in third. Racing fourth is Glenview Natalie as they go into the turn. Mortal Kombat on the outside, racing in fifth. Then from sixth is Glenview Paisley. Then we go back to Pick and Scoop, and trailing the field early on, that's Go With It. Down the backstretch they go, and it's Charlie Drummond in line to Darren Crow. They are quarter pole leaders, racing in second, looking for a spot, and finds it. That's Elm Grove Maddie. Quarters up in 28 and 4/5. Snappy in the finale. Inquiry sign is up. Judges, inquiry is lit on the board as they come off the top turn and come pacing in front of us for the first time. It's Charlie Drummond. Outside, going the long mile, is Mortal Kombat. Inside, racing in third is Elm Grove Maddie. Second over in fourth, that's Glenview Paisley. Inside fifth is Chief Exec Officer. Outside, racing in sixth is Go With It. Inside to Glenview Natalie. Trailing the field is Pick and Scoop. Halfway home in 59 and a 1/5. It's Charlie Drummond trying to take Crow all the way outside and not going away. That is Mortal Kombat. 3 wide. There goes Glenview Paisley, picking them up and putting them down as they go on down the backstretch. 3/4 pole land. That's up next. It is Glenview Paisley with that brave 3 wide move. They now clear the front from the backfield. Here comes Glenview Natalie. She's fired up for Treitz, trying to get the quadruple on the afternoon as they were by the 3/4 and 1, 30 and 1. It's a 2-horse race. They'll slug it out toe-to-toe with an 1/8 of a mile to go. It is Glenview Paisley on the inside, Glenview Natalie on the outside. The two Glenviews will settle things as they come through the stretch. Down the lane, it's Glenview Paisley and Dave Carey all the way. In for second, that's Glenview Natalie. Go With It. We'll round out the triactor. In for fourth, Pick and Scoop. Time for the mile 2:01 and a 1/5. Inquiry sign lit on the board. Judges will review 2:01 and 1. For your winner, Glenview Paisley. Hold all tickets, folks. Inquiry sign lit on the tote board. Judges reviewing action before the start. 8 on 7. Hold all tickets here in the finale. Rating back to the winner's circle. Unofficial winner, race number 8, the finale of the afternoon. That's the 6, Glenview Paisley, a bay mare 4 by Immaculate. Out of Bring It On Home, she is by Aces and Sevens. Owned by Ronald Harris of Truro, Nova Scotia. Dave Carey trains. Dave Carey drives. Bold 3-wide move up the backstretch. Sure paid off. She's a winner this afternoon. Time for the mile, 2:01 and a 1/5. For Glenview Paisley, that's win 3 on the season. Good trip on her this afternoon over the offgoing, 2:01 and a 1. inquiry here in race number 8 involved 8 on 7 before the start. The 8 Mortal Kombat did interfere with the 7. Go With It before the start. Go With It finished third ahead of Mortal Kombat, so there will be no placings, but there will be a complete refund on the 7 because he was interfered with before the start. So a complete refund on the 7 Go With It because he was interfered with before the start. Payout here in race number 8 will pay out on a combination of 6, 5, 1, 3 due to the complete refund on the 7, who was interfered with before the start by the 8 Mortal Kombat. So on the board, it'll read 6, 5, 1, 3. That's the payout combination here in the finale. Official sign will be up momentarily. I'll have complete results for you in just a moment. Race number 8 is now official. Race 8 is official. Pick and Scoop was 4th. Charlie Drummond 7th. Chief Exec Officer 5th. Elm Grove Maddie 6th. Glenview Natalie 2nd. Glenview Paisley, your race winner. Go With It 3rd and was refunded. Mortal Kombat was 8th. Quarter was in 28 and 4. Half in 59 and 1. 3/4 130 and 1. Time for the mile 2:01 and 1 for your winner, Glenview Paisley and Dave Carey. From the top down, your card should read 475, 621, 3 refunded, 8 on the bottom, 201 and 1. Payouts in race number 8. Combinations 6513 due to the complete refund on the 7. Go With It. 6513 is official. Glenview Paisley and Dave Carey 201 and 1. That completes this afternoon's races here at Truro Raceway. Thank you for joining us. And for those of you sticking around for simulcast action, best of luck at the windows. See you next week, post time, 1 o'clock.